Their shocking realization. They tried to destroy you, but you rose higher than ever. They thought they had you figured out. They thought you were weak, replaceable, forgettable. They convinced themselves that their lies could define you, that their gossip could shape how others saw you. But they were wrong, so wrong. And the moment of their realization is coming. Or for some of you, it has already arrived. The moment when they can no longer deny who you truly are. When the truth stands taller than every rumor ever spoken against your name. They told stories about you. They whispered lies. They tried to bury you in dirt, not realizing they were planting a seed. And now, that seed has sprouted into something divine, something powerful, unstoppable, radiant. You. If you've ever been slandered, disrespected, misrepresented, this message is for you. Because what they did to break you only built you. What they said to destroy you only gave the universe a reason to elevate you. Go ahead and type "I rise anyway" in the comments if you feel this message in your soul. I rise anyway. Because I can feel your breakthrough in the spirit. I can feel that you're coming into your champion era. The season where every false word spoken about you collapses under the weight of your success. They had meetings about you, conversations filled with envy and projection. They turned others against you, twisting your truth to make you look small while inflating their own importance. They made it their mission to make sure nobody respected you. Nobody supported you. Nobody believed in you. But here's the thing. They never understood divine protection. They never realized that when someone is chosen, when someone is walking in alignment with purpose, every attack becomes fuel. Every lie becomes fertilizer for growth. You were never losing. You were being refined. And when you kept showing up, even after the betrayal, even after the humiliation, the universe took notice. Your consistency became your revenge. Your peace became your proof. Every time they said you'd never make it, you kept advancing. And that made them furious. Because what do you do with someone who refuses to quit? You kept shining. Even when they tried to dim your light, you became brighter. You showed the world that no rumor can outshine truth. And that's when the shift began. Slowly, their own friends began to see it. People started asking questions. Wait, are you sure that's what happened? Because from what I see, they're doing pretty well. See, light doesn't have to fight darkness. It just has to exist. And your light spoke louder than their lies. Let's be honest. Some of you barely made it through that season. The attacks were brutal. You lost friends. You lost opportunities. Some nights you cried yourself to sleep, wondering why they hated you so much, why people believed the lie so easily. But what you didn't see then is that you were being strengthened for the victory that's unfolding right now. Because look at you. You're still standing, still glowing, still advancing, still breathing purpose, still radiating power. You've become the living proof that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Not because the weapon didn't form, but because it failed. It fired, but missed. It struck, but couldn't wound you deeply enough to stop your destiny. That's what happens when divine favor surrounds you. Let them talk. Let them assume. Let them spin their stories. Their words hold no power in the realm you've ascended to. You've become untouchable, not by force, but by vibration. You're moving differently, thinking differently, manifesting differently. They can't reach you where you're going because they weren't meant to follow. And I can promise you this, the same people who mocked you, who treated you like a joke, will one day speak your name with trembling respect. They'll tell others how they once knew you. They'll say, I always knew they were special, pretending they didn't once tear you apart. But the universe keeps records. The Most High saw it all. Every insult, every betrayal, every attempt to make you feel small. And now it's payback season, but not the petty kind. Divine justice, silent vindication. The kind where your success speaks so loud, it drowns out every accusation. Because they said you'd fail, but you didn't. They said you'd quit, but you kept going. They said nobody would love you, but now you're surrounded by real ones. They said you'd never rise again, but here you are, rising higher than ever. If this message is resonating, I want you to type, "They were wrong about me," in the comments. They were wrong about me. Let the universe see your declaration. Let your words align with your truth, because they were wrong about you. You're not who they said you were. You're who you were born to be. You see, slander can't kill purpose. Lies can't erase destiny. Disrespect can't undo divine favor. When someone tries to curse a blessed soul, it ricochets. It returns to sender with multiplied intensity. That's why right now, the very energy they sent to destroy you is working against them. That's the law of cause and effect, the boomerang law, karma, sowing and reaping. You can't plant poison and harvest peace. And they know it. They're starting to feel it. Sleepless nights, restless minds, constant anxiety, because deep down, they know they crossed a sacred line. They touched someone they shouldn't have touched. They tried to block a destiny that wasn't theirs to interfere with. But you transmuted all of that darkness into light. You took every lie, every insult, every ounce of pain, and you used it as material for your masterpiece. That's what chosen ones do. You alchemized your suffering into strength. You took what was meant to bury you and built a throne on top of it. That's why you shine so bright now. That's why they stare at you in silence. Because they don't even recognize the person they once tried to destroy. You've evolved. You've transformed. You've ascended beyond their understanding. They're still gossiping at the level you left behind, while you're vibrating at a frequency they can't even interpret. And when people can't understand your growth, they often try to rewrite your story to fit their comfort zone. But they can't rewrite what was divinely written. Your story was authored by something far greater than human opinion. And that's why, no matter how much they talk, your destiny remains intact. So breathe easy. You don't have to defend yourself anymore. You don't have to explain, justify, or retaliate. Just keep being the proof. Keep walking in peace. Keep glowing. The truth is unfolding all on its own. And when they realize it, when that moment hits, they'll feel that burn of regret. The regret of underestimating you. The regret of talking bad about someone who was pure-hearted, focused, and chosen. The regret of realizing they were the villain in a story they wrote about you. That's divine justice. Quiet, precise, perfectly timed. So stay still, stay thankful, and stay advancing. Because as you're listening to this right now, I can feel it in your energy. The tables have turned. Your name is being cleared. Your reputation is being restored. And your light is being celebrated. They tried to write your ending, but the universe had a sequel in mind. They didn't just talk about you. They invested energy into trying to destroy you. They made you their full-time obsession, as if bringing you down was a job with benefits. But what they didn't realize was that every ounce of energy they sent your way only charged your destiny. Every insult was a spark. Every rumor was fuel. Every lie was a push that propelled you closer to greatness. And now, you've become the very thing they said you'd never be. There's a powerful truth the universe never forgets. What you focus on expands. So while they were focusing on you with envy, they were unknowingly feeding your eyes. Their attention became the spotlight that illuminated your path. They were sending energy your way, and energy never disappears. It transforms. The jealousy they aimed at you became the momentum that lifted you higher. Now they're watching, trying to understand how the same person they called a failure turned that pain into power. They're trying to make sense of your glow up, but they can't, because it's spiritual, it's divine, it's beyond logic. If you've ever had people lie about you and still see you shining, comment, "My light is proof." Right now, my life is proof. Because that's exactly what's happening. They see it and it scares them. You see, when people attack what they don't understand, it's usually because your spirit irritates their demons. Your peace exposes their chaos. Your confidence highlights their insecurity. Your kindness unmasks their pretension. And the way you rise after every setback, it disturbs their comfort zone. So what did they do? They tried to turn people against you. They whispered. They twisted stories. They planted seeds of doubt. But truth is undefeated. Truth doesn't need an army. It just needs time. And time has been working in your favor. Slowly but surely, those same people who once believed the lies are starting to see through the illusion. They're realizing, wait, maybe we got it wrong. And that's the moment of divine reversal. The season where masks fall off, energy shifts, and the universe reveals what was hidden. You don't have to lift a finger. You don't have to clear your name. The energy of truth does it for you. You've been walking in grace this whole time. Even when it hurt, you didn't retaliate. You didn't chase revenge. You chose peace. You chose growth. You chose to keep advancing. And now, karma is handling what your words never needed to. Because the same mouths that once cursed you are now silent. The same eyes that rolled when they saw you are now watching you in awe. The same people who said you'd never rise are secretly admiring your elevation. They can't admit it publicly yet, but trust me, they feel it. They feel it every time they scroll past your progress. Every time they hear your name in a positive light. Every time someone praises you for the very qualities they mocked. That's divine justice. Not you getting even, but the universe making things right. And maybe that's why you've been feeling this strange calm lately. The heaviness that once sat on your chest has been lifting. The sadness that used to follow you into your sleep has been replaced with a quiet knowing, because your soul senses the shift. You know deep down that you've crossed into a new chapter where their power over you no longer exists. You've broken the energetic cord that tied you to their negativity. You've stepped out of the battlefield and into the blessing field. And that's why your peace has been confusing them. They don't understand how you can still smile, still glow, still create, still win after everything they did. They expected your silence to mean defeat, but your silence became your strategy. You let your success do the talking. You let your peace make the announcement. They thought you'd be begging for validation, but instead, you became your own validation. You learned how to clap for yourself. You built your confidence from within, brick by brick, until no rumor could shake it. This is why you're unstoppable now, because your validation doesn't come from applause. It comes from alignment. And alignment is far more powerful than approval. When you're aligned with your higher path, every lie spoken against you becomes irrelevant. The truth magnetizes blessings to your life. People who once avoided you will be drawn back, not because they deserve to, but because your light pulls at their conscience. Some of them are already feeling it. The discomfort of guilt, the sting of regret. They remember how they laughed when you were struggling. They remember how they joined the conversation that tore your name apart. And now, every time they see you glowing, that guilt grows heavier. That's what happens when divine order sets in. The energy has to balance. And you're reaping what you sowed. Faith, perseverance, love, consistency. While they were busy tearing others down, you were busy building yourself up. While they were gossiping, you were growing. While they were plotting, you were praying and planning. While they were throwing stones, you were laying foundations. And now, the fruit of your focus is undeniable. You've become a living testimony that no human can block what's meant for you. You were never competing with them. You were competing with who you were yesterday. That's what terrifies them, because they can't outdo your authenticity. And deep down, some of them admire you. Yes, even the ones who swore they hated you. They watch in secret. They study you. They take notes. They copy your style, your tone, your energy. They won't admit it, but you've become their blueprint. That's what happens when you lead in silence. You've become an unintentional teacher to the very ones who disrespected you. They learned more from watching you overcome than what they ever could from trying to destroy you. And when the realization hits that the one they slandered was actually the one they should have supported, it crushes their ego. Because now, the power dynamic has reversed. You no longer seek their approval. They seek your forgiveness. Some will try to come back, pretending they've changed. Others will watch from afar, wishing they hadn't burned the bridge. But your discernment has grown stronger now. You've learned not everyone deserves access to you. You've learned that peace is more valuable than popularity. And that's the real glow up. Not just material success, but emotional mastery. You've reached the level where your silence speaks louder than their stories, where your vibration exposes their motives, where your peace punishes their noise. So let them talk, let them stare, let them feel that sting of regret. You don't owe anyone closure when your growth is the closure. Go ahead and comment, I am the closure. I am the closure. Comment, I am the closure below if you're walking in that truth right now. Because that's exactly what you are. The living, breathing conclusion to every false story told about you. The truth has taken its rightful place. The crown is back on your head. You've gone from slandered to celebrated, from underestimated to undeniable. And no one can take that away from you now. The breakthrough, they can't stop watching. There's a reason this message found you today. You're standing on the edge of your biggest breakthrough yet. The winds are shifting in your favor. The energy is rearranging. And everything that once blocked you is clearing away. You may not see it yet, but behind the scenes, the universe is orchestrating something massive for you. The blessings are aligning. The right people are being positioned. The opportunities are circling closer and closer. This is your divine setup. You've been through too much for it not to pay off. You've cried too many tears, kept the faith for too long, and resisted too many traps for the Most High to let your story end without glory. The same people who tried to destroy you will have no choice but to witness your rise. They'll watch as doors open that they swore were closed forever. They'll see you win in ways they never thought possible. And it would make sense to them, because favor doesn't make sense. It's not logical, it's spiritual. The calm before the glory. There was a season where you felt invisible. You questioned if your efforts mattered. You asked yourself, when is it my turn? You weren't being ignored. You were being prepared. Every delay was divine positioning. Every disappointment was protection. Every rejection was redirection. You were being refined, not rejected. When the breakthrough finally hits, it won't just be a small win. It'll be undeniable. The kind of victory that makes people say, how did they do that? The kind of glow up that feels supernatural. And when it happens, I want you to remember this. It wasn't luck. It was alignment. The universe doesn't reward effort alone. It rewards vibration. You held your vibration through every storm, through every betrayal, through every moment of doubt. You didn't give in to bitterness. You didn't stop believing. You didn't quit. And now the universe is saying, it's time. They're about to see what divine payback looks like. What's about to happen next is going to shock them. They thought they buried you, but they planted you. They thought they silenced you, but they amplified you. They thought they ended you, but they activated you. And now they can't stop watching you. Even the ones pretending not to care are secretly checking up on you, replaying your wins, stalking your progress, and wondering why karma seems to love you so much. Let them watch. Let them learn what happens when someone walks in faith instead of fear. Because here's the truth. They cursed their own lives trying to curse yours. They dug a pit, but they're the ones falling in. They built a wall to block you, and it became their cage. Every weapon they formed against you is now ricocheting in their direction. The law of sowing and reaping never misses. It's mathematical. Whatever they send out is returning multiplied. They can't escape it now. Meanwhile, your peace is becoming their punishment. Your joy is becoming their lesson. Your abundance is becoming their mirror. They'll finally understand that you can't fight light with darkness. Your reward for enduring in silence. You stayed silent when you could have clapped back. You chose peace when you could have chosen revenge. You kept building when they wanted you broken. And that silence wasn't weakness. It was power. You let the universe fight for you. And now the results are speaking louder than anything you could have said. Every tear you cried watered the soil of your destiny. Every lonely night was a setup for public recognition. Every time you were overlooked, it was because the universe was saving you for a higher platform. You were never behind. You were in training. Now the season of manifestation begins. You'll step into rooms that carry your name. You'll attract opportunities that match your energy. You'll receive blessings that feel tailor-made for you, because they are. The same mouths that mocked you will now say, I always believed in them. But you'll know better. You'll remember how it felt when they vanished, when they doubted, when they laughed. You'll forgive, but you won't forget. And that forgiveness won't be for them. It'll be for your freedom, because you're too blessed to carry bitterness. Your ascension is the message. Every chosen one reaches this point where the pain finally makes sense, where you realize it was never about proving them wrong, but proving the universe right about you. You were born for this. You carry a frequency they can't imitate. You vibrate on a level they can't access. That's why your blessings confuse them, because they can't decode what was never meant for them. You're walking proof that faith works. You're the living example that divine alignment is real. You're the reminder that no lie, no spell, no curse, no gossip can override truth. You are chosen. You are advancing. You are unstoppable. And the more they try to block you, the higher you'll rise. Because the energy of resistance is still energy. And all energy, once transmuted, fuels your elevation. So get ready. The universe is about to show off through you. The same people who doubted you are about to witness what happens when someone stays aligned with Source. You'll win so big that even your enemies will have to admit there's something divine about your life. Your success is not coming. It's here. Your name is being spoken in rooms you've never entered. Your vibration has already gone ahead of you and is opening the doors meant for you. And as those doors swing open, remember, this is not revenge. This is reward. You've made it this far because you refused to quit. You didn't break, you bent, and that flexibility became your strength. Now it's time to receive. It's time to collect what's yours. It's time to shine in full power and let your light do what it was created to do. The victory is already yours. The success is already written. The abundance is already waiting. All you have to do now is align and receive. So if this message resonates with your spirit, claim it right now in the comments. Type, "My time has come." Hit the like button if you haven't done so. Hit the like button to affirm your faith. Share this with someone who's been through battles and needs to know winning season is here. Because it's true. You're about to win big and it's going to drive them crazy. Keep advancing. Keep glowing. Keep walking in your divine power. Your rise is unstoppable. My name is Mantius. This is the Advancing Channel. Thank you so much for listening. And I am saying, one love, God bless, and all the best.